Hello, hello. As I have returned as promised. Would you love me again? Alright. Now yeah. So chat. We're going to replace it with properties. That we're going to again, again, and again. Still no chat. If I just there you go. Well, I like that. Okay, no intro. We're just gonna get right into it. Which is doing the argument analysis. Feels weird. What happened? Dude, why is this so weird? Huh. We'll be right back. All right, let's see if I can. No, still feels terrible. What happened to this? Hello? I want to accidentally like do something crazy. I shall be right back again. Okay. We are back. We are so back. Okay. So what do we have here? That's this. Putting a letter below the putting a letter below the door, same way as the first case. Kind of weird that we have to specify that, but okay. It's not like Mitch invented that method. Okay, so it's this one. And gotta be this. Gotta be this. Oh fuck. Gotta be this. Got you. Look at how look at how mad he was in writing this. By the way, part of the letter said that he promised not to kill him. First, this case begins from not from the criminal or the victim, but from Teruya. Teruya couldn't stand the extreme situation and began working on a plan to kill Haruhiko, the victim of this case. Teruya first started to write a note to Haruhiko asking him to come to the arsenal. This was done with the paper and pen that only Teruya had in the ballroom, where there was nothing else other than weapons. Teruya had finished writing the note, then puts the note through the doorframe of Haruhiko's room. This was the same way that Mitch did in the first murder. Shout out Mitch, I guess. Then Teruya, who put the note safely into the room, first entered the arsenal before Haru arrives. This was in order to do some work. Task was to load non-standard Mitch mentioned. Hello Ravenpaw, welcome to the stream. Yeah. Apparently Mitch invented the concepts of throwing a note through the door. The task was to load non-standard bullets into a pistol magazine. When a person shoots the pistol in that state, the gun explodes from the inside and destroys the hand of the person who used it. Teruya used this method to let Haru use the gun and make him shoot. And that's the reason why he went to the arsenal for anyone else. Real. Look at him look at him just speeding away. Having done everything he needed to do, Teruya quickly returned to his room and waited for Haru to come out of the room. Teruya's plan was to enter the arsenal later with Haru. However, as Teruya returns to his room and stay on watch in the hallway, he fell asleep due to accumulated fatigue. This was everything Teruya had influenced on this case. A goat. I support his rights and his wrongs, so it's okay. He was just a little hungry, you know, it happens to the best of us. Meanwhile, at the time, Haruhiko was probably having a lot of trouble thinking in his room. As we just heard, Haru was already planning to save someone dear to him at the cost of his own life. This is my second goat, actually. I didn't care about him until this trial, but, you know, sometimes goats take a while to reveal themselves, and Haruhiko was just that. Originally, he felt responsible for running out of food, but the discovery of the treasure was triggered to something to start this life-threatening plan. As the situation gets more and more extreme, Haruhiko feels like he can't wait any longer and begins acting. He decides to meet with the person who was chosen as the culprit of the case, completely ignoring the letter, by the way. At the time, whether Haruhiko saw Teruya's note or not is uncertain, but it's very likely he didn't pay attention to it in the first place, because he was immersed in his own thoughts. Haruhiko's plan was a plan that took place in the arsenal, but if he saw the note calling him into the arsenal, he wouldn't have headed there in the first place. Either by luck or misfortune, if Teruya hadn't fallen asleep, a fairly complicated mess would have unfolded. After a while, Haruhiko safely met the culprit. Until then, the culprit hadn't even realized the true purpose of this case. Haruhiko asked the culprit to quietly follow him into the arsenal. The two went into the arsenal side by side. Oh! Heyo! Hey, Mikako! One may have thought no one would know, but in fact, all the actions that Teruya and these two were doing while walking around the corridor up to this point were known by Mikako. She wasn't sleeping from the very start and was keeping watch of the hallway. Girly said, I see all, I feel all. In actuality, it was Mikako that put up most of the weight into solving the mystery of this case. Well, you and her kind of carried. Gray and Tsuruya were on some bullshit. Because Tsuruya went to sleep, the killer and Haru entered the arsenal without anyone's interference. Only then, Haruhiko, who was alone with the culprit, confessed his true feelings for them. Don't diss him, I think I get the right to diss her a little bit. What do you mean you can't fathom the concept? Well, no, she said she can. She just says it's very unlikely. Still, literally what happened. I think it went this way. Someone was going to do the murder and asked them to kill themselves before to save everyone. She's just a girl. This is what they asked the culprit to do. Once they accept, the culprit would also be executed for committing murder. It was certain death, so Haruhiko didn't want to force them into making such a difficult task, but the culprit did not hesitate to respond to Haru's proposal. However, the culprit refused to kill Haruhiko himself. Conversely, they told Haru to kill them instead. Deeply unserious. Deeply unserious. And I do not mean that in a negative way. Haruhiko did not want to kill the culprit, as the culprit did not want to kill him, and they kept arguing each other in vain for a while. At least she eventually gave in. Tsuruya was on some bullshit, this is true. Haruhiko, he was on so much bullshit that he had to be excused from the trial. Fainted mid-trial and had to be excused. Haruhiko, who felt that there would be no end after going on like this, was determined to make a fair session to both sides, and asked a decision to shoot each other at the same time, just like in a game in a Western movie. In the worst case scenario, both of them could have been shot and died by each other's hand. It didn't violate the two's goals of saving the others, so the culprit agreed with this proposal and began preparing. What if Satsuki just happened to pick the pistol that Tsuruya fucked with? That would have been terrible. The culprit and Haruhiko were choosing a gun for each other and heard that Haruhiko was in the corner of the room. It was probably to manipulate the magazine with the bullets at this phase. We all know the very consequences of this. Indeed, Haruhiko did the same thing Tsuruya did earlier. It was to load it with non-standard bullets. How Haruhiko did the same thing as Tsuruya, I'm not exactly sure whether it was coincidence or not. I mean, he told you he was into military stuff, so he knew he would know this. Maybe it was because of Haruhiko, who had a lot of interest in firearms from the beginning. Yes, actually. There's deadass no explanation. Either way, there's only one reason Haruhiko did this. He didn't want to shoot the culprit. The two of them, ready to go, stand a few steps away and pointing the guns at each other after turning around. But even after the culprit sincerely tried to shoot Haruhiko, he was going to lose to them from the very beginning. Owie. And so, as Haruhiko intended, his hand was destroyed, and he was shot by the culprit at the same time. Bro, this must have been crazy to decide which wound. Monokuma was just there watching like, so should I say count this as a murder and say that the gunshot wound to the chest killed him, or do I count this as a suicide because it could have bled out from his hand? What to do? The culprit, who couldn't understand the situation, ran to Haruhiko. Then Haru told him the truth. It wasn't us that Haru really wanted to save, it was the culprit themselves. Although Haruhiko was dying, he was hoping that the culprit would survive, and he would do the rest to save them since he still was breathing to do one last act. Would you fall in love with me over and over again? The Odyssey bad ending, if you will. That is actually crazy though. Like, what do you mean that we dated and then we lost our memories? And even in this fucked up, high-stressed, high-tense situation, we legitimately fell in love over again. What? The culprit was unconvinced, but soon they decided to accept Haruhiko's last request, and left Haru to do the job once they got out of the arsenal. Of course, the trail of this was also being monitored by Mikako. After confirming the culprit was safely gone, Haruhiko began the final cleanup while keeping his short life as much as he could. First, he picked up the flash of smoke grenades from the arsenal, and likewise put a wooden plank inside the arsenal door between the handles, and then put a flash of smoke grenades on top of it. This could only be done by the people inside, and thanks to that, there was a lot of difficulty when we tried to reason it out. Plank served, I mean, y'all made this more difficult. If you just would have listened to Sasuke from the very beginning, I feel like it would have been more obvious that he helped out because, you know, they were fucking with each other. The plank served to make the door to be forced open while being crushed, causing the grenades on top to naturally fall on the floor and activate. Subsequently, Haruhiko started messing around the arsenal to make it look like the culprit did it, although it didn't connect to anything. Oh yeah, he was just throwing shit around. And as a result of repeating a series of processes of blocking the door and cluttering the interior, Haruhiko's bloodstains were all over the place. Inside the arsenal, creating unnatural blood stain like a path of blood. Look at this. Thinking that he just helped his girlfriend get away with murder. Little did he know that she's gonna confess in 2 seconds into the trial. Haru, who has finished everything just before his life ends, reached his feeling of satisfaction because he was able to save someone they cherished. But in the end, later in the trial, the culprit confessed by their own will. However, we weren't able to know that it was Haru who planned all of this. All this happened at dawn, and later in the morning, Tsuruya broke into the arsenal and Haruhiko's body was found. In fact, in this case, the person who would be the culprit was close to Haruhiko, and the culprit who just lost his life was the victim himself who actually finished this trick. But in the end, Haruhiko wanted to save the culprit even at the cost of his life, the culprit of this incident, the identity of the killer who Haruhiko cherished and wanted them to live so much. Ah, she's giving him a thumbs up. That's not a thumbs up. Satsuki Uranami, it was you. Man. Perfect. Indeed, Maeda has good reasoning, but maybe you have a talent for organizing cases too, Satsuki. I'm not happy at all. Satsuki Uranami. Satsuki-chan, I cannot fathom what the hell is going through Akane's mind right now, because as I said yesterday, this is legitimately her worst fear just put through Satsuki and Haru. Why is the mood so sad? I didn't go out to see you like this. Satsuki, you've always been like that. She's gagged, bro. You're a strong girl. Much more stronger than me. Is that a compliment? I don't know if it's strength or not, but even at times like these, it's my goal to be happy even in the worst atmosphere. Well then, Maeda's reasoning is over now. Shall we go to voting time? Satsuki, can you really do that? To just die and not be scared? I don't want to die. Of course I'm scared. It's already gone water. What else can I do but accept it? At least not all of you will die, because you can all live by sacrificing only one. I'm satisfied with that. Damn. Gun to your head. You have to live through either V3 Chapter 4 and condemn Gundam to death, or you gotta live through Danganronpa another Chapter 4 and condemn Satsuki to death. For me personally, gun would go off. Hey, Mr. Iriyami, why do you keep trying to go ahead of the trial here? I'm the host. Oh well, it doesn't matter. It seems like you guys reached a conclusion. And that's all. Now you guys vote with the switch in front of your hands. Who will be chosen as the Blackin? And will your answer be the correct answer or the dreadfully wrong one? Now then, what's it gonna be? What's it going to be? Tough. As she lied and it wasn't her. You guys were actually right at the start. It was Tsurugi who did it. The voting ended unanimously. The culprit of the case and the Blackin clowned around for real. The beauty of keeping my computer on is that I left all the tabs open so I can reuse this baby again. Heyo! God, I wish we were losing Tsurugi instead. The couple is the case, and the Blackened is... The identity of the Blackened who killed Kabishikawa was Miss Sasuke Uranami. You guys were right. Congratulations. Actually, what is it with this case? A murder case that is not a murder. If I knew it would be like this, I would have made the rules more thoroughly. Hey, isn't it already too late for that? Got the whole squad crying. Well, except for Mikako and Rei. You got Teruya and Akane crying. Hey, everyone. You guys are doing it badly. I, as the person in charge of this party, can you please be a little brighter? Even Rei is gagged. There's no way I can be happy. Satsuki-chan's going to die now. Because it's painful. Sasuke worked so hard for us, throwing her own life. You couldn't do anything even after reaching this point. You're wrong! It's not that you can't do anything. You gotta create your own hope. Right? Because that's what you said. Yep. Oh, 1000 IQ right here. Yuki, didn't I tell you before? Hope isn't to be found, but to be created. You know why I decided to save your world by sacrificing myself? Rei finds out about true love, real, not clickbait. Bro. You know what? At least she handled it gracefully. That's all I'll say about the matter. Because that was my own way of creating hope. What do you mean? If I survived by myself, it would have been meaningless to live in a world where there's no fun and no kabazzing around. And more than anything, my power to defeat that guy is not enough. Oh? I'm smiling right now, but I'm more angry than anyone else inside. I hate the mastermind. Don't you guys? We're being treated like this because of that big dummy. If it wasn't for him, Hoshikawa wouldn't have died. Aki died. Mitch died. But I still don't understand why I really care about Mitch. He was kind of fucking crazy. Anyways, Zuna died. Ayame died. Yamaguchi wouldn't have died. Katana wouldn't have died for Kinji either. We know that, even if you don't say it. If it was for Monokuma's influence, we wouldn't have entered Hope's Peak safely and have a pleasant school life. I gave a fuck about Mitch. Right? Bro, he killed... Again, compare this. He killed for FIFA. Meanwhile, Kinji killed to save 100 children. Satsuki killed... No, not even this is... Haru sacrificed his own life for Satsuki, and Satsuki sacrificed her own life for us. And Mitch killed for FIFA. Hey, man. Then more than half our friends have already died. I want to defeat Monokuma no matter what happens. I want to punish it. I want to smash it. Hey, what are you saying all that stuff in front of someone else's face? So, I'll bet my own hope on all of you. On us? So low. I never wanted much. I'd be leaving this world soon. I just have one thing. No, wait. Please promise me 2 things. 1! Be sure to survive for kabazzing in me. 2! That Monokuma guy. Please give a good beating to that mastermind. Full paid revenge. We will be coming back to this after the mastermind reveal. This is bad. Really bad. You dare agitate the students as you want in front of me? The headmaster of the school even insulted me in my presence. No. Anyways, Miss Ariami was chosen as a Blackened, so she's to be punished in the end. And you won't make fun of me anymore when I'm done with you. In that regard, I prepared a very special punishment for the ultimate clown, Satsuki Uranami, for your crime. Come and give it your best shot. I'm not afraid of anything like you. My friends will definitely kick your sorry butt. Wait, Satsuki, you don't need to be executed. I'd rather die. It's my fault too. I'm a sinner too. It was me who tried to commit a murder. I'm supposed to die. Monokuma, execute me. Satsuki has done nothing wrong. Now then, let's go. A very heart-pounding punish. Monokuma, hold on a minute. Oh. Okay. Time. Yeah? What is it? Jeez, you're tipsy. Way to ruin the mood. Let me just say to my friends a few last words. Teruya, didn't someone tell you? No one is bad. Arguably, the mastermind's bad. Monokuma's the bad oh, okay. Well, that kind of defeats your no one is bad thing, but okay. Everything is because of that thing. If Chiri keeps feeling guilty, then try harder to catch the mastermind. You don't need to feel sorry at all, but if you die and make atonement, then that's the end. Satsuki. And for you, Okane, you're strong. You have a very strong heart to overcome Ayama's death. Please keep supporting everyone like you always do. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Satsuki-chan. Thank you. Next is Rei. It's the first time I've seen you act so surprised. Almost like you didn't know what love was or something. Kind of weird. I don't know what makes her so surprised about it. Oh, wow. That, fuck it. You could have damn well added what I said and it would have flowed naturally. But as long as Suri is in that shape, everyone needs a genius like you. I know this is kind of unreasonable request, but please try to cooperate with everyone and find the mastermind who brought this terrible misfortune on all of its victims. Damn. And Mikako. Shut up! Who said I was waiting for your long speech? Don't say anything disgusting with the smell of hope. Punishment time begins! Eh? That's too much when the villains found out you're supposed to wait for them. Let's go hard! Punishment time! Mikako and Maeda, I didn't get to say anything, you guys, but I'll leave the rest to you guys. Oh, and one more thing I almost forgot. Kabazing, I love you! Man. No. Kabazing, oh my god, I can't watch this. Oh shit, takes place in... Oh my god, my thumbnail, 1000 IQ. I'm sick. Alter ego death. I'm sure it won't be traumatizing. Never mind. Satsuki Crisis. Satsuki Aranami, the ultimate clown. Man. Death by 1,000 cuts? Yeah. But well, that was just overkill. You really didn't need to do that. She was already dead with the... That was just petty. What the fuck? Okay. Well. Now that this has happened, I feel like it is an appropriate time to bring up this piece of fan art that I found. In between streams that I feel like would help brighten the mood a little bit. Look at this. Someone made fan art of Kinji marrying Haru and Satsuki. My goat. Now they can actually do this. They're in the afterlife. Kinji can actually wed them. This is real. This is actually real. Once Satsuki reaches the afterlife, she reunites with Haru, and Kinji himself is the officiate. Oh my god, what we could have had. That's my goat. Yeah, all three of my goats. No, true, this happened. Exactly. Woohoo! They ended up like that, trying to play a hopeless game. Adios, funny red-nosed lady. Satsuki-chan, no! Damn it. What do you think? Sad, right? Desperate, isn't it? What a lame hope. You guys won't be able to do a thing before you punish me. No, it isn't. Yeah? What was that, Maeda? Who says oh, he is look he is literally staring down in his face while this is happening. Who says I'm desperate? I'm not like that at all, right? Maeda? Of course, I'm really sad that Satsuki died, but we have fully inherited Satsuki's will. You won't stop us anymore. After I came to Host Peak Academy, I'm more full of fighting spirit than ever. Monokuma! Did you suddenly take your medicine? There's nothing scary about a burning raw spirit. Alone, though. He's not alone. Okay, Ray! What did I say? Tsurugi didn't have his, but Ray damn sure has her Byakuya moment. Heyo! From this moment on, I will retract my previous solo actions. I'll cooperate to put Monokuma into the trash. Oh my god! Ray! What kind of change is this? Don't be mistaken, I'm not trying to play friends here. Oh, I legitimately Byakuya moment. I now own a debt. Because of that, I have to pay it off. Why is... See. Everyone pay attention here. Ray is doing 180, and I'll show her respect by... Everyone say thank you, Satsuki. I'll show her respect by... Why isn't Miss Makaru suddenly doing this again? Miss Makaru just needs to do this as well as before. Poking around and having fun. Why should I care about Miss Satsuki? Shut the hell up. Yuriyami Satsuki is a human being that deserves respect. I've seen this for the first time. Ever since I was born in this world, able to give up one's life so purely for others, that's what I call true hope. It was a life that guy tried to save anyways. I'm fed up with murder games that are not fun. Murder games that are getting boring. Doesn't that seem like the perfect time to beat you down, Monokuma? No, rather, the Rastamine controlling you from the shadows. Oh my god, literally when I'm in love. Huh? No matter what you try, you can't do anything. It's already beyond your own grasp. No. It was you who kept us in the ballroom. We made up our minds right before they died. You will run out of ideas. You already know a lot more about you than you can imagine. Now it is you who's cornered. Well, I don't know, but everyone is working hard. The power of friendship. Yeah. So I will too. I'll do my share for Haruhiko's sake. Me too, I'll definitely get you, Monokuma. I'll avenge my friends who have died so far. Well, what's with these guys? Rather than despair, they're burning with fight alone. You guys are bluffing. You can't do a thing anyways. You'll find out soon. And you're only left with despair. Peace. And so, the 4th class trial ended. We lost 2 of our friends, Haruhiko and Satsuki, who couldn't be exchanged for anything. The will that the 2 gave us was definitely engraved in our very souls. We're not afraid, and step by step from now on, will be a big leap towards hope. Man, fuck Tsurugi. If we don't go back to our rooms, can you hear me? Answer me if you're awake. Immediately after leaving the courtroom, Mikaru, who finally offered to cooperate with us, disappeared before we could call her. Everyone except for her went to check on Tsurugi's condition. Damn, there's only like 6 of us left. However, he was silent. We had no choice but to go back to each of our rooms with a little cluttered feeling. Clap if you care. Oh? Hello? Can't even have a peaceful sleep at Host Peak Academy. Who is it? Is it morning? It's not even 7 AM. Hey, come out already, Maeda. What? Wait a minute. And the crowd goes mild. Why'd you take so long to answer? Was it because to feed information in the mastermind? Alright, man. I thought we moved past this. And Mikaru? What? That's a moody expression you got. No, it was actually just you coming to my room. I wonder if the sky was getting divided into 2 now. Can't be helped. As I mentioned yesterday, I decided to fully cooperate with you. Alright, so the thing is, when you cooperate with someone, you kind of trust that they're not the enemy. So, yeah, we just woke up. In order to defeat the mastermind. I know that, but why did you suddenly change your mind? I told you, I'm going to follow Satsuki's idea. Ayame was a great person, but Satsuki is more than that. Just because she's a human who can. I mean, duh. Ayame, yes, she gave up her life in a sacrificial play, but at the end of the day, she still wanted to escape, right? The whole point of her mutilating her own leg was like, hey guys, in the event that I do succeed in killing all of you, At least you'll know that I mutilated myself to the point where I can never run again, so I have a consolation prize in that. Satsuki just straight up confessed 2 seconds into the trial. You cannot compare the two. As if, Maeda, don't make me say such useless things. You guys always drown in every story, aren't you? Sorry. Also, now you're calling me by name now. So, are you dissatisfied? Want to be called incompetent for the rest of your life? No, of course not. It's better to be called by my own name. That's why I started to call you by the way you want to be preferred as, Ray. It was a bit embarrassing to be nicknamed incompetent, though it was accurate. Brother, if it weren't for you, these guys would have been long dead. I haven't admitted it yet. I don't want to be friends, but I have the least courtesy as long as I have decided to cooperate. She can call me incompetent. Insane, actually. Mikaru tends to be weird like this. Usually she looks down on us and ignores us, but she doesn't do it recklessly. She admits something that can be admitted whenever necessary. Stop talking about nonsense. Come to my room right now. What? Your room? What are we doing today? Suddenly asking for that. I don't care if you got feelings for me, so shut up and follow me. She's like, I don't got time for the bullshit. Oh. Hey. She got a teddy bear by her door, by the way. Oh, Ray-chan, did you bring Maeda? Akane, Teruya, and Mikako too. Hey, don't do that shit show. How many times must I repeat that you're not my friends? Everyone, what happened? It looks like Mikaru came out of her room at dawn and called us one by one. Teruya, those goggles. They're Haru's goggles. This one, it was Haru's. It was left in the dressing room. I bought it. This is atonement for myself, and also my commitment to continue Haru's will. We need to move forward. That's right, the efforts of Haru and Satsuki-chan, we shall never forget. This is the will of our friends who have died so far, but we can't just be sad anymore. Now it's time for us to fight back. Bit by bit. Very little, but something's starting to change and starting to move. Our hope is not to find it, but to create it. Only those words stuck in my mind. So, why'd you call us? Oh, she is like full-on teacher mode now. This is an operational meeting. As long as I've decided to cooperate, everyone here will beat up Monokuma and together we shall escape. Hi. I'm just a guy. Akane is a maid. Maybe someone asked her for some like fighting lessons and she did that, so maybe she knows how to fight. Mikako looks like she's like one injury away from legitimately dying. And Teruya, Teruya's a wild card, I'm gonna be for real. This might be the worst group of people you could have asked to like fight Monokuma, I'm not gonna lie. Ray-chan, being an ally makes you feel so reliable now. Everyone here. Wait, then what do we do about Tsurugi? Man. When I look at that guy, he's a statue, he doesn't respond to anything, and I don't know if they will ever wake up, but even if he wakes up, I'm not certain if they will ever recover. Then, of course, if you have him, you should be comfortable, but throw away your lingering regrets. You have no choice but to strike out, because I felt the fighting spirit from you. We all hate Tsurugi. I chose to cooperate. Haru, staying away from us till now, have you found out something? A lot of pile of things. Those of you who have not found anything are more curious. First off, wait a minute, there can be surveillance cameras here too. Are you okay with that? Are you an idiot? Of course I know. Damn, she's flexing on Monokuma. I got your address, I got your bank account, I got your social insurance number. That's why I called you in my own room. My room's the only one that I can jam her with. Oh. Never mind. Work. To put it bluntly, it's instant jamming. Instant jamming? And she's doxing Monokuma. Tsuruya, do you know what she's saying? Not at all. In short, my room is safe. The words here will not be leaked to the mastermind, and our appearance is not visible. Really? Amazing! How did you do it? Power room, audiovisual room, and I assembled some useful parts from the warehouse. That's how I made it. It's only a temporary measure, so even if it's not perfect, it'll be safe. Do we think the teddy bear here is the jamming device? Mikaru, you just didn't spend time alone. Of course not. You better thank me for inviting you. So, Ray was off ore farming. She was actually building a jamming device this entire time. Tsurugi, what the fuck was he doing when he was off alone ore farming? He was staring in that room for like 5 days straight, by the way. I ain't forgot about that big empty room. So, the first goal is to find out the identity of the mastermind. Of course, that is the most important thing, but before that, let's look at the preconditions. Preconditions. Why did we get involved in this division? I mean, that's the biggest mystery. Why did Hope Academy become this way? Why doesn't anyone come save us? That's the first thing that we said with the others, right? At the time, they were both Tsurugi and Ray, but no conclusion was made. No, unlike then, there's one fact I do know. At first, I thought it was a hypothesis because it was nonsense, but I was convinced after yesterday. I was going to tell everyone that we lost our memories. Mikaru, you don't mean... Yes. It's a fact. Our considerable amount of time has already passed since we entered the school, and the truth is, we don't remember it. Huh, I got it. The game went quiet, but I got you, game. I know what you want to do. I got you, game. No worry. Oh my god. I got you in 15 seconds. Man. Oh my god, there's another ad after this. By the way, the chapter still didn't end, so I was uber cooked yesterday. There you go. I got you. I got what you're putting down. Mikako-chan. Also, I knew you would react when we talked about this, Mikako Kuokawa. What? What's this all of a sudden? I'm obviously deeply grateful to Sasuke, and thanks to her, I was told to cooperate in order to punish the mastermind, but before that, there's a traitor we must catch. Mikako Kuokawa. You know something. Ooh. Ooh. Honestly, I'm dubious about your true nature. Tell me everything you know. If you can't, then I'll consider you in the mastermind side. Full name and everything. Ooh, the full Govy. No way. Is this true? This is nonsense, right? I like how Yuki's the only one who doesn't react to this because he been you this. Welcome to the squad, guys. No, trust me, If you're innocent, tell me the facts that you know. If you do know that there's not only one, but two suspicious actions you've done so far, right? The Kisaragi incidents. Why did you shut your mouth? Are there any circumstances you can't tell us? Mikaru, don't do that too much. Mikako has to calm down before... Hello! Oh, this is just 7 a.m. Morning announcement. It's already 7 a.m. That's not the problem right now. Oh? Double announcement. Alright, almost forgot. I don't know if everyone had a good night, but I want everyone to please go to the gym. I have some great news to inform you. See you soon. What? BDA employees? This is still technically chapter 4. We're still technically in chapter 4, are we not? I'll leave this story for later, but just so you know, I won't move on from this. Mikako Kurokawa. They haven't shown like the number go down. You know, like X amount of students were made. What's this great news? It's only been a day since the trial's over, and suddenly we have to go. We have no choice. Haru and Mikako. Man, I like this. It was so much easier to infiltrate them when it was Ray and Mikako. This is so chopped. The air that seemed to flow smoothly got tense in an instant. In this tense mood, Monokuma shows up to add even more anxiety. We all go to the gym, as Monokuma said, without concealing the unpleasantness. How's Tsurugi doing, by the way? There was a reality waiting for us that we could not imagine. Oh, Tsurugi's not here. The first thing we knew as soon as we entered the gym was that Tsurugi didn't come. If Monokuma didn't say anything, it only means he still fainted. Damn. A day? If he fainted for a whole day? But the fact is so casually forgotten because a more shocking scene unfolded in the gym. Huh? Who? A guy dude's in a coma. Oh shit! It's... You don't remember... He was in, he's also known as... He's the ultimate... Everyone is here! Oh, sorry. Everyone is here! The class trial ended yesterday, but I'm sorry for calling again so suddenly. But no matter what, there were things I had to tell you. It's a bit early, but I'll announce the motive. A surprise motive event. Hello? Hello? Introducing the transfer student. Ah shit, this is the V3 idea. Someone was brought back to life. This time, I'm transferred to Hopepeak Academy. The ultimate inventor, Yamato Kisaragi. Ooh, we've heard of that last name before. Please greet him with an applause. Mikuro Ikusawa, the 16th student. Kisaragi? Nonsense. Yamato? Watch out for her. The one they call the ultimate despair. A suspicious figure suddenly appeared as a transfer student. With this appearance, this began to unfold like a roller coaster. And now we finish chapter 4. Alright. T. And then Kisaragi's portrait is gonna come, right? Yep. Heyo! Alright. Oh my god. I have to say, the build up to Kisaragi is so good. Ah, we found his portrait in chapter 3. We find his little corporation in this chapter, and then now he's introduced in chapter 5. Yo, hats off to Lanuge. Mind you, he was 14 when he made this game. Not another blue bear, fuck. Do you want to save that until now? Yes, we will be saving. Alright, cook with me. Well, very nice. Everyone is shocked by the surprise, right? Kisaragi is also a freshman at Hopepeak Academy at the same time as you, but due to some circumstances, he joined late, so let it go. Yamato? Yamato? Ikaku-chan, do you know him? Hey, Ikaku-chan, why'd you turn so blue? Who are you? Mikaru? I'm asking you who he is, the guy called a transfer student. Not gonna lie, I haven't got that shit on. The transfer student I would have expected. A new character appeared in this place that started with only 15 people, including myself. Not all of us enough to confuse our heads. A character named Yamato Kisaragi. My you're funny. This class, this group, worst group when it comes to survival, but damn do they know how to aura farm. You're not Kinji, you're not Data. Looking us with a quiet smile, Mikaro had a fierce stare at him and waiting to open his mouth, and when he finally did... Ah! Mato, to your heart. Everyone's idol is... It's Yamato Kisaragi! Oh. The fuck's up with him? Oh yeah, that's not that. No. Kinji was the nonchalant king, alright? Even when he wasn't nonchalant, it was an act. He was actually acting crazy so that we would vote for him faster. No one can compare it to his level of nonchalantness. Oh shit. What the fuck is the sprite? Ray, you're good? What was that? Okay. Nah, too ordinary. It seems like I was a little bit bored there. Oh, what? What are you saying? Are you crazy? This is a joke. Thanks to you, I just made an embarrassing face. That you did. That you did. Good lord, I'll throw up. Just give this dude Kinji's voice. Nah. This with Kinji's voice is crazy. I'm so sorry. Huh? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. God, don't let me die. I have sinned, but please forgive me from dying. Oh. Oh. You good, bro? We don't really know you like that. The first words that came out of Kisaragi's mouth were a hilarious joke that only seemed awkward by everyone, but soon realized that his condition was somewhat weird. Oh, hey you! It's already. I've already bullied you for how long? I told you not to get along with them. Kisaragi is a kid with a soft heart, even though he seems like that. Well, excluding that, Kisaragi, there's a little bit of an abnormality on his own brain. It should be said that their mind's a little off the shelf. It's not normal to be like that after all. I am called Mato. Yo, are you worried about me? I don't see anything bad here. What's up with him? Dog, it is 7 AM. It is way too early. Can I get coffee before I deal with this shit? There's something wrong with his brain? Doesn't matter. I don't care if this kid is a genius or a lunatic. Now, the important thing is the existence of this being. We know there's been 15 freshmen in Hope's Academy this year. I haven't heard anything like the Ultimate Inventor. It's not just that, it's a transfer student who suddenly appeared in the environment of this very Hopespeak Academy, which was blocked and sealed off from the outside. Meanwhile, while Ray was speaking her complaints about how things were too rapid to get to understand, her words were cut off by her. Yamato. Mikako? What? That reaction. You know him too. What's the difference here? Mikako Kuokawa. Mikako? Damn. It was a single moment. Mikako's tears began to blend in bright blood. It began to ooze out of her eyes, nose, and ears like a fountain. She's possessed? Wait, cook, because she's the ultimate exorcist. What the fuck? Shit's so crazy that the text box even left. Mikako-chan! Oh shit, it's just permanently gone. Mikako! Oh, I'd run my ass clean out of this shit. This is more than I expected. What do you mean? It's as if you knew that if you showed Yamato Kisaragi in front of us, Mikako Kuwakara would pass out. Well now, don't you all want to know? What do I do? What can I do? The blood doesn't stop. Won't stop, can't stop. What? Monokuma, what are you doing? Your role should be to cure the student when they're injured in an accident, like you did with Tsurugi. Why should I? What? This isn't exactly an unfortunate accident. She'd rather just die like this. It's like, whoops, she's done too many emotional expressions. Monokuma hates a woman. Confirmed. How are you supposed to take care of that in the first place, huh? Well, I don't know, so I'll leave it to you. What the heck? Would not say heck here. Well, either way, Kisaragi, come this way. Yes, teacher. Teacher. Here, it's your e-handbook. Be careful not to lose it. Wow, thank you. I'll do it. I'll cherish this. I've explained to you roughly everything about living here, remember? Then try to get along with your friends. Okay. You guys get along with Kisaragi. Kisaragi's information has been added to your e-handbook, so if you're curious, you can look at it. We will be spending all of our free times with them. After Ray, of course. We have to finish Ray. But we will be spending all of our free times with him. He's not invited to our friend group. Well... Damn it, our friend is bleeding and she collapsed in front of my eyes. Even with that pretense of wanting someone to die. This Monokuma. I can never forgive someone like that. What should we do? What should I do? Mikako, please wake up! Even if you ask me. You guys, stop blanking. Hurry up and support the other side. Mikaru? You, the transfer student. I'm so full of things I want to say, but right now, first things first. To save Mikako Kurokawa, because I have to hear a lot from this woman. It'll be difficult if she dies now. Yeah, let's move to the infirmary first. It's on the first floor, so the location is close. We decided to pick up the unconscious Mikako and take her to the infirmary. In the meantime, the revelation of Kisaragi, the transfer student, who doesn't even blink, even though a person is bleeding collapse, seemed like a creepy person. Nah, he's chill. I do not trust that man. Nah, he's chill. Trust. He's just a chill guy. Chapter 5. Despair Eclipse. Hope never falls to despair. Absolutely not. He's just a chill dude. I mean, listen. Our choices for free time events after Ray is deadass only Tsurugi. So, pick your poison, Tsurugi or Kisaragi. Oh, I guess Mikako too. But I think Mikako is going to be a little bit preoccupied, given that she's bleeding everywhere. Anyways, I'm gonna get some more water. Alrighty. Right. After taking Mikako, who lost consciousness over massive bleeding, we went to the infirmary together for the first aid. Then we brought her to the private room and immediately gathered at Mikaru's room. As I'm a transfer student and Mikako losing consciousness, less than a day passed since we decided to continue Satsuki's will and defeat the mastermind. We were confused by the rapid change of the situation. Mikako-chan, I'm sure she'll be okay. Even Mikako was knocked down, and Tsurugi isn't showing any reaction. The four of us are the only ones in this white school. It feels so unreal. 5. You're not in this room, but there's a guy running outside. Kisaragi, you mean? Who is he? The person named Yamato Kisaragi. The e-handbook really was updated. Well, if you think about it, simply, they would be the mastermind. Eh? The mastermind? But didn't you think that Mikako was a mastermind? I didn't know things were going to turn out like this, but that doesn't mean that Mikako Kurokawa is also free from guilt. You saw it too, right? As soon as she saw the transfer, she became anxious and shed tears. It's true, as soon as she saw him, she mentioned Yamato. The most primary candidate is Yamato Kisaragi. At the same time, I can't stop being suspicious of Mikako Kurokawa, because we can't reach the conclusion that there's only one mastermind. What? You mean it can't be only one mastermind? The only thing I admire from you is your ignorance. Rather, don't you think that the possibility of Mastermind's revenge was because of the character named Yamato Kisaragi's appeared? That means, are you saying that the Mastermind that is mixed in our group and the one behind in hiding that controls everything? Right, it is useful indeed. Think about it, there's no creature called Monokuma on this planet. That means someone is controlling it. Wouldn't that explain that Mikako Kurokawa, who was with us, wasn't the one controlling it? But what about now? If both of them are the Mastermind, then who's controlling Monokuma? Yeah, but didn't Kisaragi and Monokuma move at the same time in the gym a little while ago? Not sure about that yet, but maybe they did something without our knowledge. It may have been a reserved operation, or because of this, we did not see it. Even so, it means that he's not a trustworthy person. What is certain is that he's been on the sidelines since we got involved in this incident. Yeah, if they do not have anything to do with the Mastermind, they can't come from the outside the school either. Still, wouldn't it be better to talk directly with Kisaragi than to be suspicious? We don't know what kind of person he is yet. Mikako-chan is the same. When she wakes up, let's talk calmly. I hate being suspicious like this. I don't suppose you guys think that person named Kisaragi Yamato is just a mysterious figure that popped up suddenly, do you? Nah, he's been foreshadowed since Chapter 3. Chapter 2, after Trials. I mean, if you want to get technical. But he was name dropped in Chapter 3 first. What are you talking about? Huh? Wait, you have any information about Kisaragi, Ray-chan? Maida, please, for the love of God, help me. I don't think I can handle these fools by myself. Oh, haha. Akane, you saw it when we reported about the 3rd floor, right? There's a Hope Speed Academy graduation album. Graduation album? Kisaragi Hanzo was the name of the owner of the graduation album. It's too perfect to be a coincidence, isn't it? Somehow when I heard the name Kisaragi, I recalled it was that album. I remember now. I remember. I'm more curious as to how you can forget about such important information. And not only that, you guys, did you see the mark in the ballroom's arsenal? Mark. Mean that mark with the 2 moves overlapped in blue? Yeah, that's his company. Yeah, I had already heard it before, but the mark is a crest of the Kisaragi Foundation. It's not a widely known company to the general public, but it's a giant company. Shadows with a broad reach of high-tech science sector. Kisaragi Foundation. Kisaragi. I remember! When I was younger, my father signed to sell robot vacuum cleaners. The source was from the Kisaragi Foundation. Yeah. There's that the way people may know. There's that way that people may know. Although it's a company with lots of secrets, as to whether it was controlling the mass media or not is unknown. And Kisaragi is from that big corporation family? If that's the case, it wouldn't be surprising, since the graduation album of Hanzo Kisaragi was discovered, and the arsenal has a mark of the Foundation. But just looking at this, doesn't it seem that there is some kind of relationship between the Mastermind and the Kisaragi Foundation, which we are facing right now? Yeah, Tech, Monokuma, I see the dots that you're connecting. That's right, and it turns out there's one more thing, Mikaru. There's a clue related to Kisaragi Foundation. Is it really? Which one? At the time, I couldn't say anything, but I found a picture of a person who looks like Yamato Kisaragi in the school's office while investigating the 4th floor. That him. Yeah, I found a photo with Tsurugi. As I had the room to organize the situation, we had to think of it. The person in the picture that resembled Hanzo Kisaragi in the graduation album was Yamato Kisaragi, whom I met in person a while ago. Unfortunately, Tsurugi has the picture right now. That's what you've been talking about with Tsurugi in the school office for a long time? Why don't you tell us right then? I don't know, man. Tsurugi be acting crazy. He kind of fucks with my head, you know. I think I was a little confused back then. Well, things were happening, and Tsurugi himself told me to stay quiet and spoke some nonsense. Some nonsense? You've come to reveal it now, but Tsurugi was also suspicious of Kurokawa. Tsurugi hasn't seen Kisaragi yet, so I wonder if he'll keep thinking that way. Oh, well, he's that kind of guy. But right now, he has become a useless partner. Ooh. And there are 3 clues related to Kisaragi in this art academy. Yes. Now, do you guys know the reason why I'm suspicious of Kisaragi Yamato? Mikako Kurokawa, who overreacts to Kisaragi, was suspicious for the same reason. But I wish we could talk to him. You're tenacious. Well, do whatever you want. As I see it now, he's a guy with a broken head, so there's a high probability that there's something to talk about. What? Mikaru, where are you going? There's still a lot to organize with you guys. I have to move. It's about the time that guy notices us. Oh! Man! Wow, what are you guys all doing here? Monokuma? One, I don't want to see your face. Can you leave now? No, but I was looking for you one by one because I couldn't see you anywhere. I looked around the school. Wait, but what's this? There's obviously no one in this room. The surveillance camera, right? Ah! No way, you guys haven't done anything to the surveillance camera, have you? Huh? What is he saying? It must have broken down. Are you trying to cover up your self-management mistakes with us? You really are a rotten piece of trash. Breaking my heart with this sudden profanity. Well, anyways, Miss Mikaru makes sense. The facilities are old, so it's whatever. Facilities are old? What does that mean? The facilities of Host Free Academy shouldn't be that old, right? Ah! That's what was it? That was, oh yeah, the switch room and the power room was also a little bad because the light's out, right? I guess that's what I mean. I don't know what I'm freaking, I don't know, I don't freaking know. I got worked out about the camera and came here because I have something to tell you. Well, I think you already know if I don't say it, but the 5th floor school area is not open, so it's okay to research as much as you want. Do what you like. The 4th floor was mostly locked classroom anyways. Our 4th floor, if you compare it to the human body, it's a bit sensitive. Shall I say, it's the shameful part of it? What? Don't make strange comments. Miss Akane, your face is blushing. Boo! Well, rest assured, the 5th floor is wide open. But unlike so far, you'll need to be a little bit more prepared. It's also the top floor. You guys seem so knocked down, so I thought it would be best for a last-minute atmosphere. What? Are you prepared to reach the truth? Then go ahead. Boo! Think of this as a service for seeing you guys so motivated. Oh, I'll have to go and see the status of the camera. Bye. Well, we'll need to be prepared. He's probably scaring us for nothing. Anyways, did you see it? So far I was alone and didn't have much doubts because there were far more people back then. If 4 or 5 of us suddenly disappear while the number of people is reduced as they are now, the likelihood of being caught will increase each time. Alright. You gotta talk for a long time in a room because there's 1 or 2 limits that can let this slide on the basis like I just did. So, what should we do? If it wasn't for the jamming in your room, it would also go into the ears of the mastermind. Now, let's talk briefly only when there was something we really need to say. I'll call you when we need to do it so you guys act like you normally do. As usual, you're talking about eating in the morning together or not leaving our rooms at night, right? Alright, you were doing that too. The way that she deadass doesn't know a single thing about this group, it's hilarious. Doesn't matter, let's just act together. Eh? Instead, I won't lock the door to my room and keep it open, so make sure you come in and out of my room from time to time. Suspicion will decrease the less time we gather together. Eh? What was that for? What's a stupid reaction? Do you hate it? No, it's not like that, but it's a first for someone like Ray to suggest that. Ri-chan's a good girl, even though she seemed not to care about us before. She really helped a lot. Stop annoying me. I told you not to be mistaken because you and I aren't friends. This is just cooperation. Don't try to cross the line with useless remarks. Cooperation means that you can be a friend. Don't be so cold, Ray-chan. Shut it! I'll get rid of this jamming soon, so come on and investigate the 5th floor. Yeah. Alright, I was right! I was right! The teddy bear is the jamming device! Oh my god! She's just shy, right? I mean, even if she says those things, saying that she'll always keep her door open means that she trusts us that much. Yeah, we're all ready to join forces and smack the mastermind right now. Let's follow Mikaru to the 5th floor and begin our investigation. Alright, but first, we will be, getting more items. I started going into this, oh, never mind. Alright, so, on top of, wait, hold on. First off, and objects, handbook. Priests were saying that if you no. Streets are lying. Maybe if I go to Satsuki. Oh, I have to press enter. Oh no, that's it. Okay. Guess streets were lying. Looks like everyone went to the fifth floor to investigate that as well. Oh! Hey! Ah! Person standing on the way to the school entrance was Yamato Kisaragi. The mysterious figure appeared a while ago. Oh, hello there. You were Kisaragi? Nice to meet you. You haven't said anything since we met there. I'm Yuki Maeda. Oh? Are you there? Kisaragi? Arua. Are you angry? I didn't mean to. Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay, man. What the? Trying to say more about having a conversation surely made sense, but I couldn't establish proper communication, which is likely to be due to his brain state. No, he seemed to be angry with me than anything else. At least when I saw him at the gym, he was chessy, but I think he can speak. Still, why did he just stare at me and stutter? I don't know. Let's think about Kisaragi's issue later and start with the investigation on the 5th floor. Bro, is it just me or is he walking like super slow now? What's up with this? Let's go gambling! Spin. Handwritten sign. Spin. Real dress. We will keep spinning. Hula hoop. That's for Satsuki. R.I.P. to my god. Vitamin gift set. That was probably for Akadano. Laptop. Leaves of the World Tree. What is that? Necklace. Glasses. We will be using all 70. Bachelor's memory was obtained. Rare party set. Oh, that was for Satsuki as well. Bandages. Fountain pen. I think Ray like that. Donut. Teddy bear. Oh, Ray like that as well. So we have what we need for Ray. Green drink. Cosmetics. Infinite power supply. Okay, that's for Kisaragi, 100%. Trophy. Bachelor's memory. Free. Okay. Handcuffs. Oh, that's Tsurugi. Ooh, a mobile wallet. Oh, mobile wallet. Air gun. On a plane. That was for Haru. Encyclopedia. A book. Pen. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm gonna click that. Goggles. Auto plane. Cross. Well, that was for Kinji. R.I.P. the goat. Okay, we have a bunch of this world tree shit. If that's not for Kisaragi, I don't know who it could possibly be for. Dumbbells. Trophy. Air gun. Laptop. Book. Blue. Alright, I think we're just getting a bunch of like repeated stuff now. So I'll just do 8 more to get like 8 items and then actually, these are the world tree. I think that's actually a Kane. I don't think about it. What's up? Multi saving. I feel like there was a button to make him go faster, and I just forgot it. It's chill though. Hey Maeda, wait! Ray, you didn't go investigate the 5th floor? I like how the fucking text bubble is all fucked up this chapter. I stopped by the library because I had to investigate, but then I found an important clue. Remember there was a locked door in the back of the library? That door opened. Really? I thought the Monokuma said only the 5th floor was open. I don't know why you didn't mention about the back door of the library, but there's a lot of interesting things inside there. It's open now, so go ahead and see for yourself. Okay. One word, since both Akane and Turi are in charge of the 5th floor without seeing this, why don't you tell them later? They both rushed over there without a second thought. I went to the 5th floor. Wait, Ray, you should have just said Turi and Akane. She was starting to become friendly with us, but I can't say this in front of her. Anyways, thanks to her, now I know that there's another place besides the 5th floor, the back of the library. I'll make sure to check it out later as well. I'll do it right now. What the hell? I'm already here. Hello? Hello, hello? Fancy door in the back of the room. I'm looking for you. Got what I need. Oh. I'll work in an unknown language. As Mikaru said, it really is open a door behind the library, but what even is this place? The room inside the library had a very different atmosphere from the outside, and there was a few books here, but even those were all empty. There were only half of an open book left by Ray on the desk. Something else that stands out in particular says it's all about the book. Is this important clue that she mentioned? It's a bit small and it looked portable. I decided to read only the part that could be read by picking up the notebook that had been only had half of it open, as if someone else had torn it. I finally arrived here. For the time being, Will. By the way, this diary was still here. Well, it's just a few that come here. A day passed. Everyone can hide their anxiety. They can't just say it. Since we can't get out of here, in the worst case, we could live here all of our lives. It would be better than being. Quite a bit of time has passed. Now the mood is a bit more stable. It looks become that way. However, I feel an unknown anxiety. Is this really it? The anxiety that I have is growing more and more. I don't want to believe it, but if there's class among us, seems like we would be done since the moment we set foot here. The suspects are them. They are suspicious. After that, a notebook was torn in half and couldn't be read anymore. What is this? A diary written by someone? Who wrote it? Plus this content. We can't get out of this place. We might live here our whole lives. These words are like, it's like the same as we are right now. Other than that, I couldn't tell who wrote this diary or for what reason. Kara must have read this diary rather than worrying herself. Let's think about it with everyone later. Interesting. Interesting. And it's Mukuro Ikusaba, 16th student, the one they call Ultimate Despair. Watch out for her. Yo, Kyoko was stressing about Mukuro all through like chapter 5 of the game. Well, wait till she know Ultimate Despair also is 15 other people. Actually, was Hajime technically was Izuru was an ultimate despair, right? Food for thought. Oh. Eh? As usual, I'll take the stairs to investigate a new place. Though a new place is open, I cannot connect it to the usual landscape that soon came into my sight. This is the 5th floor? Purple blood scent. The ground and walls cracked. It was a terrible sight, as if this was a horrifying tragedy that just happened here. You must be surprised, Maeda. You are also surprised. Who wouldn't be surprised at this sight? Yeah, honestly, even I can't help but fight the smell. We will too, because the 5th floor is so distinctly different from any other floor. It is different if it's bloody like this. You idiot. The blood is already there, but look at the overall structure. It's just not the same. Soon you'll notice. Structure. But it's clear that this is a very interesting place. Monokuma said we need to be prepared in order to see the 5th floor, which means that there's something only in this floor. Well, let me look from top to bottom. There'll be days and investigate. Damn! The fuck happened here? It's too abnormal. The impression of blood and destruction is too intense that it's not very noticeable, but I should investigate first. Oh my god! Collection room. What does that mean? There's a small notebook on the desk. Notebook full of various articles from the newspaper. Let's see this. What article is this? Huh? Seeing the clip articles, I couldn't hide my surprise. In the photos of the newspaper article, a gigantic Monokuma, a mob dressed with Monokuma costume, were publicly revealed. These fishy contents. The world's biggest desperate event in human history. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. According to the article, the world situation went in jeopardy due to a sudden, simultaneous terrorist attacks all over the world. It was a crisis that should have never happened again in history. Maeda, what's wrong? You look surprised. Akane, look at this. What, a newspaper? I don't really need the news that much. And what is this? Monokuma? It seems that it's called the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Akane, do you know? There's nothing, this absurd thing. No matter how much I read the article, if this had happened, it would have been an uproar in the news or the internet. And the date this event is said to have occurred is in the future? The future? What else does it say? It's literally the future. We were kidnapped at the entrance ceremony, so we seem to remain here, and it must have passed roughly 2 weeks until today. The day written on this newspaper is 3 months from today. Huh. Interesting. Okay, Cook. Really? How did this happen? Obviously, it was because of the school's circumstances, so we entered a little earlier than normal semester, right? Yeah, we didn't pay much attention to it because they mentioned the main class, which is not a preparatory department. It's a free atmosphere rather than a standard class schedule. We really didn't bother very much. Think about it, the date written in this paper is almost as close to the start of a normal semester. Well, I don't know what it means, but it doesn't make sense that newspaper is from a future dates. The contents of newspaper are also unconventional, and the whole Monokuma aspect could be some fabrication, clearly. Yeah, I think so too. But maybe something strange happened here. Then for now, let's talk about it with Rei-chan later. Rei must know more things than we do, so she might be able to clear this thing. Okay, then about this notebook. I'll have it. I'll hand it to Rei-chan later, okay? The world's biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Why do I get this ominous feeling? Can I interact with this computer? Computer. No? Alright. Akane, you're here. Are you investigating? Yes, but look at this. Ah! Tsurugi? What is this? Oh. Wrong blue-haired. What is this? Yamato Kisaragi, the third president of the Kisaragi Foundation. Huh? It's not the same name or something like that, right? Wherever you look. The Kisaragi we met is a former student, right? That's true. It's written as the Kisaragi Foundation that Makaru mentioned first. I thought this was the principal's office at first, but when I looked closely, it said that it was the collector's office. Principal's office, or if it was the headmaster's office, already on the 4th floor. More than that, an alternative, this room is... The 5th floor is all bloody and terrible, in terrible shape. It's a strange feeling. It feels like only the 5th floor is independent from Hope Street Academy. It turns out that Makaru, who I met a while ago, said the same thing. The 5th floor is very different from all the previous floors. There's also the fact that Kisaragi's picture is hanging here. It seems like an important clue that shouldn't be overlooked. I agree with you there. Let's keep it in mind and continue investigating other places. There seems to be a lot of information on the 5th floor. It's a bit difficult because the smell of blood doesn't go away, but I'll do my best. You should probably tell her about the thing in the library. No? Got you. Fake friend. Fake. Fake. Fake cooperator. Hey. Mikaru, you trying to investigate this room? Yeah, no, I like to, but the password room is locked. Locked? Are you saying it can't open? Just shush and come here. What this room? You see it? This password input channel. Passport. Password, not normal lock? Or Monokuma said there was nothing locked on the 5th floor. Aha! That's not it. The record room has an auto lock function, so I can't open it as I like. Monokuma. Ooh, is it important enough that it needs an auto lock? No, wait, it's not like that. What on earth happened on the 5th floor anyway? What the hell is this? Isn't it your job to figure that out? I'm glad you like it. This place was specifically left as it was at the time. As it was at the time. My mouth too much. I don't know, so figure it out yourself. Anyway, the door to the rec room will open once you enter the password. Got it? Oh, and one more thing, for the record, only one person could go in. If someone's already inside, it won't open even if you put the password correctly. Why such a pain in the ass system exists? The recording room itself is a single room. I can't do anything with this because it checks the heart rate of the person inside and restricts access. Then, if more than one person enters at the same time, that's impossible too. The sensor at the entrance will activate and secondary bulkhead doors will block the entry. Well, you guys don't know the password, so this is useless information anyways. Well, of course, maybe you don't know the password either. Doesn't matter. Even if it wasn't specifically the rec room, there are still interesting clues to the other rooms as well. What the fuck happened? We do not know. To catch you up to speed, Ray put out a funny little theory that perchance that there are 2 masterminds. Help, I look you went on a whole journey. What is happening? Ray put in a 2 masterminds. She says that she's suspicious of Mikako, and she's also suspicious of Kisaragi. And she says, well, what if Mikako was sent in to blend in with the group, and Kisaragi stayed behind to control Monokuma? But then we're like, but Monokuma and Kisaragi moved at the same time, so what's that about? And she's like, I don't know, I just think that they're both suspicious. And then we went to investigate the 5th floor. On the way to the 5th floor, we actually ran into Kisaragi, and he just went, and then he went to his room. And Yuki was like, the fuck's all that about? Anyways, then we went to the library because the door at the back of the library opened, and Ray's like, yo, check out this notebook. And inside the notebook, it's someone's diary, but the pages are torn, so we couldn't read the whole thing. But inside the diary, there was notes that people were living here for an extended period of time. Everyone was on edge. A different entry said that the tension of the group cooled down, but the writer still experiences some type of anxiety. And he notes that there are 2 suspicious individuals. He says that he cannot trust them. On the 5th floor, Yuki went to go check some shit called the collector's room, and he found a bunch of newspaper which talks about, say it with me now, our favorite the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. We also found a portrait of Kisaragi in the photo, and that's everything you missed on Glee. The other room as well. Let's continue the investigation by being open-minded. Once the investigation is over, I'll call you, so you better do your investigation report. Yeah, it should be fine. By the way, Ray, you're so often discussed at gatherings and report investigation. It's rather funny when you ask to report an investigation. Oh my god, I thought it already happened here. I was like... actually, yes. Tsurugi went on a rampage. He killed Teruya, he killed Mikako, he killed Kisaragi. Ray put him down like a dog, though. Seeing that you won't stop talking, maybe you don't want to investigate. Okay, sure, let's not do it. Ah, I was just joking, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I was joking too. Sorry, go ahead and investigate. Ray, we love you, Ma. Seriously, Mikaru has no openings. I just got a reverse beating. But in the past, she would have been angry. I guess taking a joke with a joke is a little better. Monokuma said that he left his floor as is, and I'm a little tempted if this is the actual Hope's Peak Academy, even though the layout is different from the one in Trigger Happy Havoc. If this is actually Hope's Peak, I'm a little tempted to say that this is the place where Junko held the student council killing game, right? Because that would make all this blood make sense, right? Because they kind of went on a rampage throughout the entirety of the floor. But timeline wise, I'm a little confused. Arler. Ah, Yuki, you're here now. Oh yeah, the 5th floor is... Did you see it? Not even with seeing or sleeping, this room right now is... What? I can't even guess what happened here. It's like terrorism event just ended. According to the tag on the door of this room, it's called the parlor. I'm risking what I can. By the way, True, are you okay? What do you mean about being okay? Well, it's bloody everywhere. I can even feel like the scale of our situation is getting bigger and bigger non-stop. I'm kind of saying this now, but Trio was very weak against these things. Damn! He said, bro, you kind of folded like a lawn chair every time we went up against a difficult situation. Why is the text box still gone? I don't know. Either the text box is gone, or either like the text box appears, but then like it covers like their chest area, like right here. The text box would appear right here. I think this is just the glitch, but we will power through. That, I must say, you were timid. Yuki sure knows how to talk, saying all those things in front of me, surprisingly. You are correct. Honestly, the 5th floor is shocking enough that I would never imagine. This bloody sun that keeps hitting your nose. I just want to throw this investigation on away like a coward. But I made a promise to Sasuke. We vowed to not run away anymore. And those goggles, Haru's goggles, are giving me strength. It's scary and I want to run away from everything. But every time I think about that, I think about them too. It's kind of funny when I say this, but I'm more serious than ever. No, I can see your determination clearly. I'm sorry for calling you a coward. Yuki going through such an identity crisis that he himself perceives himself to be Teruya. To be honest, I'm probably more coward. I don't mind, at least it's not a bad thing to say. Well then, I'm going to continue investigation. The parlor is more... I'm going to continue investigating the parlor more. Is Maeda going to investigate here too? Oh, I'll go somewhere else. I'll leave the parlor to you. Okay, I'll be finding something to do. How much do you want to bet this new guy dies this chapter? Everyone is growing up. That would be... If the new guy dies this chapter, why would they introduce him this chapter, right? Listen, if he was gonna die, he's probably gonna die in chapter 6. I think the most probable... Wait. Don't piss me off. No, me never. Alright, I think that's the oh my god, wait, no, we have to wait. Mini wheats. I've actually never looked at a box of mini wheats and I was like, you know what, that looks so appealing. I want that for breakfast. Anyways, alright. In all sincerity, I think that the victim is going to be... Oh, man. Really? Oh my god. Hold on. But these sound effects are trash. Anyways. The point is, I think the victim is... And you know what? I think the culprit on top of that is going to be... You know, it just makes sense given everything we know so far. Everyone's growing up. Akane surpassed Ayame's death. Mikara also began to acknowledge and cooperate with us. Oh my god. He also became mentally strong in the sense of Haru's redemption. Even though Tsurugi is fainted by shock, each two began to recognize his twisted value, not to mention Haru and Satsuki, who threw their lives away to save us. I mean, Satsuki definitely threw her life away to save us. Haru threw his life away for his day one, alright? He did not give a shit about us. But what about me? Am I growing? Someone feels like everyone's moving away. It's like I'm the only one stuck in one place on my own. No, why am I suddenly immersed in this state of futile inferiority? I'm struggling as far as I can to defeat the mastermind alongside everyone else. It's the only action I think can act right now. Alright, bye. I have to use my supreme guessing skills. I mean, you already made your bet that the new guy's gonna die, so no takesy backsies. How's this? What's this door? They said that the 5th floor is the top floor, so it doesn't seem like it would go anywhere. Is this the rooftop? Damn it, it's locked. Monokuma, he might have lied saying the 5th floor was all open. Fine, and I bet I'm right. Still, I feel something's off about this door. There seems to be something really important behind this. I wonder. It's suspicious, but I don't have options right now, so it's a waste of time to worry about. Let's leave it alone for now. We'll be saving. Alright, so that was the parlor. Is there anything on this side? I forgot. No, there's just bathrooms. I'm confused. Did I miss this room? F1 laboratory, caution walking. Oh, I missed the laboratory. The fuck? Hello? What the hell is this place? It said it was a laboratory. No matter where I looked, there were some kind of incubators and blood everywhere. It was an unpleasant place. I have to investigate, starting from those weird capsules. Ah! What the fuck is this? What is this thing? Some of them have lights as red, and some of them have been green. I missed the unpleasant metal-like capsules lined up. While checking one of them, I found a familiar name in front of the box. Ayame Hanano. Huh? What is Ayame? What is the name of the dead Hanano? Oh, this is the morgue. Ayame's name's still in period. No, is this really at a place? Suddenly, I got a horrifying feeling and noticed there's only 16 capsules and ran to the one next to it. Mitsuhiro Higa. Mitch's name. Ayame and Mitch. All of them are friends who died. Friends. Friends. Mitch! It's so crazy that... that Mitch did some weird shit to Akane at the start of the game. Never once was it addressed within the chapter. Even when he died, no one ever addressed it when they're... like, what was the point of Mitch doing that weird shit with Akane at the beginning of the game? Right? Oh my god. No, this wouldn't be... What's inside these capsules? Bodies! It was only after checking the status of the 3rd capsule I began to realize what my sinister premonition was true. Oh shit. Is that yours? My name, yep. And the green light. Oh, is that up there? Probably. Swallowing my spit, I pushed down, opened the capsule with my name on it. It's empty. What about the shit? Like, what is this? What is this? Looking inside, looking at the 16 capsules, some of them were lit up, some of them had green lights on. In addition, a mark was written on front of a capsule with a red light next to the name, and a mark was written on front of the doors with a green light. Counting the numbers, there were 9 red lights and 7 green lights right over farming. The names of the green lights capsules were Yuki Maeda, Akane Taira, Tsurugi Kinjo, Rei Mikaru, Mikako Kurokawa, Teruya Tori, Yamato Kisaragi. All of them are the living ones. If that's it, then the other ones, no way, they can't be. Yes, they can, Maeda. It's exactly what you're thinking. Monokuma, you did this. Yep, this lab is a place to hold the bodies of the people who died so far. If Satsuki and Haru are right next to each other, I will break down to tears. Even though it's not exactly a moral idea with Sue for one. Yeah. These are all made for each one of you. You can open a capsule anytime, so if you miss the faces of your dead friends, take them out and see them. Me opening Kinji's. Oh, although you'll be punished severely for corpse damage, so try to appreciate it as much as possible, okay? You shouldn't touch a museum, but only use your eyes. Oh, never mind. How did you do this? This is terrible. You're insane. According to what Monokuma says, there really are my dead friends inside these capsules in front of me. I know that, but how can I understand this? How can you convince yourself of this insane action? Opening Kinji's to give him a handshake. Huh? You don't believe me? Now wait a minute. I'll take one and show it to you. Who? What? Stop it, enough. Just stay still. It's a little grotesque, so why not use Kyoka's corpse with the least damaged body, okay? Stop! Damn. 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 How about it? It's been such a long time. Isn't it nice to see each other again? Kyoka, how could you... Despite my refusal, you opened the capsule without hesitation. Monokuma pulled out Kyoka's body. At the same time, anger flowed inside, but my body couldn't react to anything because of the insane and abnormal situation. By the way, Rei is right outside, hearing all this go down. Sorry, even though the degree of damage was small, it's been quite some time since they started to decay. It's been corrupted a lot, huh? It's a bit disgusting, but you can endure it, right? The power of your friendship is stronger, right? He said, enough of this friendship bullshit. Oh, damn you. Oh yeah, the smell of rotten flesh is bad for your health, so I'll put this away. Even though the ultimate sharpshooter who struggled like that eventually became like this. Oh, why are you overreacting so much? It's a corpse. You've seen plenty already. Shut up. What the hell? Why the hell? What's the reason for showing me this? What's the reason? What else is there other than to make you guys despair? What? You guys were the ones who started after the class trial yesterday. Ray, help. Nah, she's too busy order farming. Let you reveal my identity and try to punish me. I'm just playing my opposition accordingly. See? Ha ha ha! It's often in boys' comic books, right? When the protagonist powers up and announces a decisive showdown, the villain also powers up accordingly to drive the protagonist even more desperate. It's the same. Damn it, such a terrible thing. Well, no matter how far you go, I wonder if you can reach the truth, let alone my identity. I'm hopelessly bored waiting still. For reference, that desperate expression and almost vomiting was very good. It was a nice show for someone like Maeda. So goodbye. Damn it, stop joking around. What despair. I'll never forgive you. Monokuma does outrageous, inhumane acts. I have to get back on track and continue investigation of new areas. I think I've been around all the new places. I decided to move to the dormitory at once. Only 4 people. Damn. Me when the text box is still missing. Throughout the complete investigation of the newly opened places, we decided to gather at the dining hall as usual to report on the investigation according to Rei's proposal. The gang's all here, minus Tsurugi, minus Mikako, and I guess Kisaragi too. Yamato, I think is his first name, minus Yamato. Now, let me hear what everyone has investigated. This is the first time a report is being conducted by only 4 people. There are only 4 of us in this giant room. Can't be helped. Tsurugi and Mikako are unconscious. In 2 days for Tsurugi. Someone should check up on him, for real, for real. And Kisaragi is off topic. Hey, but is this really necessary reporting the investigation here? This is, well, the eyes and ears are open. Ominous camera in the background. I was sure Sarugi's not dead, or... I kind of glanced at Faden's camera and blurted out her words. I think I know what she wants to say. You think you know? Brother. Bro, Yuki pisses me off sometimes. Now, you guys have been doing reports in the dining hall so far, haven't you? Then you better do what? Is this the Ultra Despair Girls soundtrack? Yo, Lanuge. Shout out to you for doing a deep cut with Ultra Despair Girls. I'm sorry you played that game. My condolences for playing Ultra Despair Girls. I can barely hear it. I'm pretty sure this is like whenever bro, I haven't seen gameplay of Ultra Despair Girls in forever, but I'm pretty sure this is Ultra Despair Girls. Like whenever Toko and what's her name? Komaru are talking. I'm pretty sure this is like the background. I was gonna say like maybe the Warriors of Hope. I don't think so. The Warriors of Hope have like their own theme, right? So Ultra Despair Girls, this is the most you're gonna be mentioned on this channel. I swear to God. No, I see. Okay, wait. Red forced to talk about Ultra Despair Girls. No, actually. We're gonna find it. No. Why would Spotify access my camera? Oh! This is it! Such a deep cut. Then you better know what you're doing. And I said this, didn't I? You can't stay in this place for too long. I said I'll call when we really need it. Until then, do as usual. And then I'll praise you for saying anything there without thinking. Honestly, it's so funny because, like, in the grand scheme of things, I watched the anime before watching gameplay of Ultra Despair Girls. But in the grand scheme of things, there's an episode in the anime that's supposed to take place after Ultra Despair Girls. I watched that episode with no context of what the fuck happened in that game. And let me tell you, I understood 90% of it to a T. I didn't understand what I didn't know that the Words of Hope were with Monica, but like I like grasped 90% of the situation. So even in the grand scheme of things, that game is so irrelevant that even in the one time where it was relevant, it actually wasn't, because someone who didn't see gameplay, didn't play the game, understood sufficient enough material of what happened in that game. Yeah, that pretty much explains it all. Like, honestly, you guys were devious about your lightness and your words, but now you're doing it very good. Dubious. Ah, yes, thanks. Wow, I was praised by Ray-chan. You're like a real teacher. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. She's not just a real teacher, right? An ultimate level professor, too. Another good thing about Ultra Despair Girls is Shirtless by Akia. That's my reaction. Please don't make the same sounds as Maeda. Anyways, let's begin the investigation report. As you know, we've investigated it. Fifth floor was uniquely different within the different atmosphere of the school. And he digs you after each chapter. It's so funny. Sure. Honestly, what they should have done with Ultra Despair Girls, because it has spoilers for the game. It has spoilers for the game anyways. They should have done more with the Remnants of Despair. Like, sure, Nagito was there, I guess, but like, you're telling me Kazuichi nowhere to be seen in the one game that's all about robotics? Yeah, I'm sure. True. Like imagine a showdown between Toko and Peko. Genocide Jill versus Peko. That would have been a boss fight. And you let Komaru deal with all the Warriors of Hope shit, and you have Toko duking it out with Peko. Yeah, the first thing I discovered was the terrible bloodstains spreading across the 5th floor and the signs of destruction. Get red on the writing team now. Bro, if they had me on the writing team of Ultra Despair Girls, that game would not be the way it is. Like, the only thing I would keep is, like, maybe Nagito as a servant. I guess the Warriors of Hope are cool, but fuck. If the Warriors of Hope are cool in concept, but the execution is fumbled so badly that, like, I feel like if you executed the concept any better, it would fundamentally be a different concept. Like, the execution was so bad that any improvement would just be something totally different. Keep Shirtless Byakuya, please. No. The first order of business, Shirtless Byakuya, is gone. Deleted from the game. Can't guess what happened in here, but the corridor was originally like that. Is something like a terrorist event happening in Hope's Peak Academy? Because when the 2nd floor was open, there was notice in the library that the doors to Hope's Peak Academy would be closed. If there was that, then serious problem mentioned the notice is what was left on the 5th floor. Wait, that doesn't make sense. When we entered Hope's Peak Academy, there was no notice that Hope's Peak Academy was closing, and the 5th floor should have been fine. Actually, I have a guess about that problem, but I won't talk about it here, so I'll call you later. For now, let's skip and start with something else. Oh, well, the rooms on the 5th floor were parlor, collector's room, record room, and laboratory. There were 4 rooms in total, and there's 4 of us! Okay, the parlor room looks like the kitchen and dormitory. There are cooking utensils like gas stove or kitchen knives, so it seems possible to cook there. Of course, the whole room is covered in blood, so no one... Is the 5th floor like the teacher's lounge? Because what else? Why would there be a kitchen in the 5th floor? I examined the collector's room. Like Katsuya said, it was bloody there. Well, there was something. There was a picture of him. Him? 3rd president of the Kisaragi Foundation, Yamato Kisaragi. The picture of Kisaragi was hung in the frame of the wall like that. Is that so? That's not all. Next to it was the picture of people named... Fuck. Yusaku Kisaragi and Hasu Kisaragi, saying that they were the 1st and 2nd representatives. Kisaragi Hanzo, that means it wasn't the owner of the graduation album? Isn't that the owner of the graduation album? Yes, the 1st representative, Yusaku, was also. It's clear that there's something related to Kisaragi Foundation and Hope's Peak Academy. Are they funding the school? No, wait, Yamato Kisaragi was the 3rd representative? The Kisaragi Foundation couldn't change a representative so quickly. What time frame would this be? It would have been Kisaragi Hanzo at the day of the entrance ceremony. No, this can't be either. What? What's wrong? Never mind. So what else? Other than the collection room, Kane, there were those newspaper clippings. Oh, that's right. There was something very suspicious. We had a clue that seemed promising. Look at this. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Bam, 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 bam. Eek! What's this? Monokuma? First, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. What kind of joke is this? We didn't know either. It was in the desk of the collector's room. As it was written here, it seems that there's been an exponential increase in mobs around the entire world, and we're rioting in each country. That'd be ridiculous. This would have reached the army if that were the case. Where were they? Well, I mean, if your army is like anything like Tsurugi, I think you're cooked. Also, the ultimate soldier was part of the tragedy, so even more cooked. The army cooked. If you look at this paragraph, there's been a reactionary molecule or a key people among the mob that's responsible for the events of disaster. The response team in the event were not under any control due to reactionary molecules that have been stained by the mobs. This is... The epicenter of this riot is called Hope's Peak Academy. Stupid. But I didn't know about such an event. We don't, right? I mean, this massive terror cannot happen in just a few weeks like we are. That's true. Maybe it was Monokuma's manipulation. Honestly, it's not even real that a giant Monokuma destroys a building. It's not even a science fiction movie. Huh. It might seem crazy. It's also too absurd, but it's not just that there is only one possibility of manipulation. According to this newspaper, there were The biggest, most tragic, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history of mankind has occurred in the future. In the future? Saying Brain Cell. It must have been about 2 weeks since we were here at the entrance ceremony, but even calculating from that time, there's still a few months left until the date written in the newspaper. And what is it? It's not like the newspaper flew in from the future in a time machine. They had a conversation about how they lost memory, and they were struggling to understand the concept of how this newspaper could have come out in the time frame where they don't remember anything. I don't know why make such an elaborate operation. If you think about it, it's obvious that the videos in first motive are manipulated, so there's nothing to be surprised about, right? Future, 5th floor, Hope's Peak Academy, 3rd generation representative. As expected, I am convinced at this moment. Howard, what's wrong? No, I'll tell you later. Ooh. She got spooked, then she locked in. Give me that notebook, I'll handle it. Oh, okay. Yeah, for now, put all suspicious things on hold. What's next? Did you find anything else? Maybe it's for the best, but Ray, aren't you overlining too roughly? Of course, things it's a manipulation, but I think we should put some thought into it more. Well, not in front of the camera. Oh, well, yeah, there you go. Yeah, although it's better to leave the better to leave the complicated thinking aside. Let's continue the investigation report. She said, Toria, if you don't walk in, well, I'll mainly investigate the collection room in the hallway. There was a place called the record room. What's going on there? Fuck if we know. It's password. The door is locked with the password input device, so if you don't know the password, the door won't open. That sounds very important. Then what about the lab? Did anyone search the lab? It's a morgue. What? Ray, Maeda, you two went silent all of a sudden, so does she canonically know what happened in there? Because why would she react that way? Not be alarmed and listen. It's something we learned while searching the lab. There are 6 capsules in the labs, and those capsules were the bodies of the people who died so far inside. Bro, the text being red and white, and this room being red and white, and there being no text box, devious combo. What? Did I hear something wrong just now? Are you deaf? It's bodies. Of the 15 of us, there are 16 capsules, including Yamato Kisuragi's, and dead ones have their bodies stored inside of them. Surely, this nonsense are real. Wait, Monokuma said at the start that Kisuragi was the motive. He didn't elaborate on that. What the fuck's that? What's up with that? I know it's crazy, but it's true. Monokuma took out Maki's double and showed it, Maki's corpse and showed it to me. That's so horrible. How can you do that to humans? Yeah, I'll admit that it's twisted. Well, when was Monokuma not insane anyways? Anyways, in the case of people who are still alive, there's a green light in the capsule. That means if we die in the future, we'll be in that capsule. Yeah. That's crazy. I can't forgive him for harassing people who already died. Yes, it's better if you got more fighting spirit. If you got more fighting spirit to rise further to aspire into looking for more clues. Unfortunately, the lab had nothing else to discover except for the insane site. Then, that's everything from the 5th floor compared to the previous one. I guess the progress was somewhat better. There's another door at the end of the 5th floor, but it was also locked. Welp. It's wrong to believe what he says in the first place. Looking at your priorities right now, you don't know anything about the library either. Suddenly, the library came up. Yeah, there's some crazy stuff in the library. Yes, I told Maeda. It's the way you heard it. The inside of the door was small into a room similar to the 5th floor. Flower pots are broken. Even if there's a bookshelf, all the books are gone or damaged. But I found something interesting in it. Interesting. It was only half torn, but it was a diary written by someone, like a small notebook. It was written by the one and only Junko Enoshima, who was killed. Oh, hey, don't interrupt my words. My fault. My fault, OG. Sorry. Anyways, the contents of the diary are like this. Barely arrived here for the time being. We will. Also, this diary was still here. Well, there can only be a few come here now. A day has passed. Everyone can hide their anxiety, but they can't help it. We can't get out of this place. In the worst case, we could live here forever. I read about this. I read 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 this. The suspects are them. They are suspicious. That's what it said. Is it weird? I don't even know what they're talking about. It's no wonder you don't understand, because you're an idiot with no way to salvation. Damn. Okay. Some of the letters are blurred out, and the back part is not torn, but this alone gives you a great clue, doesn't it? It doesn't give you a great clue. A clue? They might live here our whole life that we can't get out. Doesn't it feel similar to our situation? I wonder who wrote it. I have a guess, but I'll save my guess for next stream. Well, then there's that too, but I'm not sure about the person who wrote it. It was the same position like us, but it's a bit different from us when they say we barely arrived. And it wasn't written that long ago because of the dust and paper and dry ink. I mean, it may have been a little different, but it was written by a person in this building. Now then, I'll ask at this point, if there's a person who wrote this article, out of 16 of us, including Yamato Kisaragi, who would it be? Oh. This seems like some shit Tsurugi would do. That was my guess. Well, wouldn't it be possible to find out by doing handwriting survey? But that method won't work with our dead friends, and we already know who the person wrote. What? No, the handwriting check is bullshit, but Maeda's right. The person who wrote this article is one of the currently alive people. How can you be so sure? It's a guess, but from nuances of the first paragraph, I thought there was not the first person to arrive here. But we were the ones to attend Host Academy for the first time. Except for one person, the one who's... Oh. Yeah, it's Kisaragi. You don't mean Kisaragi. I mean, I thought this is some shit a cop would do, but I guess it's some shit an inventor would do. It's most likely that or Mikako Kurokawa. Why Mikako-chan? In here, that's all I can tell you in this place right now, other than that there were no other new clues. Alright, but we're in trouble. We found out very little. No, we didn't have a clue before, but we found a lot. That's a huge fact too. Really? That's Ray-chan for you. Well, this is also a fact I realized after investigating with you guys. In that aspect, you have my gratitude. Thank you. Oh, look, she realized that combining our knowledge is actually good. Ray, where are you going? What about the investigation report? What is it? Aren't you done reporting? This is all I can tell you in this place right now. I'll call you later, so do your usual stuff. Bye. She's gone. We've gotten closer since Ray-chan said she was going to be with us, but it seems like she's reluctant to be somewhere in her mind. She's such a diva. Still, where does Makaru want us to do? Let's think better. Right, everyone knows what he was trying to say. Yes, Ray-chan is more independent, so let's follow Ray-chan's words. Aye! Then we got to go to the newly opened library room. I'll go around and investigate let's behave as Mikaru suggested. Yeah, but something bothers me a little. What's wrong, Akane? No, it's not just that. I'm worried. I like how he calls everyone else by their last names, but when he talks to Akane, he uses her first name. No, it's just that I'm worried about Tsurugi and Mikako-chan. Man, ain't nobody care about Tsurugi. Well, that's one thing, but now that the first aid has been done, we have no choice but to wait for them to recover. That's true for Mikako, but is Tsurugi not awake? A day has already passed. Yep, that's for granted. If Tsurugi was awake, he would have been severely punished because he didn't come out when introducing Kisaragi. Monokuma. Go away, we never called you. Oh, easy. I just came to answer Maeda. Anyway, one more thing about Tsurugi. I haven't seen any sign of him waking up, or any sharks at all. What's that supposed to mean? Still, after listening to Monokuma, makes sense. If Tsurugi's not awake, he would have heard Monokuma's call and came to the gym, because if we don't follow him, we'll get punished. It's even more worrying, though. Tsurugi, I haven't seen any signs of him waking up. He's cooked. He's dead, actually. He's the 5th victim. Honestly, when he was in the ballroom and then waking up to stuff like this, I'd rather want him to be fainted like this. No, I believe that if you're Tsurugi, you will surely realize your wrong values aren't correct. Yeah, I feel like the same way, and it's best to join forces with Tsurugi and get out of here, right? Man, these guys are better than me. I was just joking. Alright, then let's move. Man, they're better people than me, because if I were them, I would just ignore the hell out of Tsurugi. Mikaru realized something due to newly discovered clues on the 5th floor. Thanks to his surveillance cameras, so it's hard to talk right now. So for now, let's spend time investigating usual until she calls us. Oh, come to think of it, I also decided to talk to Kisaragi as well. Before we investigate, I should probably talk to him. We couldn't communicate well, but I think he's still in dormitories. Let's find him. Alright. Well, with that, I am going to head on out of here. I will be back on Wednesday to continue this chapter. I am excited to meet the new homie even though some people who shall not be named are suspicious of him. He is, in fact, a homie. I can feel it in my bones. I'm excited to talk to him. The new homie. Case in point. Yeah, so I will be back on Wednesday. Enjoy the stream. And is there anything else I should? Oh yeah. I feel that he's gonna die. Not gonna die. Actually, 100% serious. My idea for who's gonna die. It can only be like there's insane foreshadowing for this person, and I can't believe that I didn't see it until now.